I'm gonna show you a quick and easy way to get gas into your boat. If you're like me and you don't have gas stations on your lake and you have to use gas cans, I'm gonna show you the easiest way to get all the gas into your boat with the least amount of physical effort. All right, so the items you're gonna need to do this are an acrylic type of bendable clear tubing, which will help to see if the gas flow is going in, since this is kind of a siphoning type method. A funnel to get sort of the remnants of the gas from the bottom that the tubing doesn't get, and then some sort of rag, and I'll show you what that's used for here in a second. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna put one end right down into your gas tank, and then you're gonna put the other end down into the gas can, and you wanna make sure that this end gets all the way down to the bottom, because it's going to siphon out that gas, and you just wanna make sure that you get as much as you can as it siphons through. So then this is the point where the rag comes into play. And what you need to do, this part's a little bit tricky and you might just have to trial and error a few times, but you want to close up the hole around the tubing on top of the gas can. So you're gonna try to get that as tight as possible. And then once you have it tight, if you have another person, it's a little bit easier, but if you're doing it by yourself, you can do it. It just takes a little finagling. And what you're gonna do is close that hole and squeeze the can. Now there was a little air that came through, so my hole is not plugged enough. So I'm gonna plug it again, squeeze it, and then squeeze the gas tank on either side to start the flow into your tank. All right, that time it worked. And how you'll know it's working is you'll start to hear the gas going into your tank. You can kind of see the gas flowing through, but what's helpful, because this is clear, is you'll know when it's done. You'll kind of hear it start to bubble, and you'll see some air bubbles come through the tubing there. Once you start the flow, you don't really need to hold the rag on there anymore, and it'll just flow until it's almost empty at the bottom, and then you can just pour the rest in like I do through the funnel, and that's it. And then you just repeat with each tank, and that way you don't have to hold it up the whole time, which makes you tired, and then you're too tired to go do any water sports after you've filled the boat with gas, because you're exhausted from holding these 5-gallon tanks, which can be pretty heavy. That's it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and thanks for watching.